Hello everyone, no respawns here. So we're at Warwick Homestead. I've got another wall for you. Oh, what a surprise. Another wall. I like making walls. And to be honest as well, they do kind of complete a settlement. But I wanted to try something a bit, well, not different as such. So this is kind of a prefab wall. Something I've been meaning to do for ages. And I just thought, right, it would suit Warwick Homestead quite a lot. In the fact is that it's kind of... It's got that slight industrial vibe to it, and this would suit it because it's a bit cleaner and crisper, and also the shape of the settlement suits it quite well. See what I'm doing here, basically? It's kind of something you can, like, I was actually surprised at how quickly I made the actual wall. Now, the decoration does take ages. In this video, I actually only decorate the gatehouse area, so you can just kind of give you a snapshot of how it'll look like. However, you can kind of... It works very similar to the wall that I made in Sanctuary, you know, that Great Wall of Sanctuary, whatever the hell it was named, but it's kind of a smaller version of that. And the great thing is you can effectively just select all the whole thing. So I'm quite pleased with it. Also, apologies in advance for the rather shite weather. Seriously, this place is worse than Far Harbour for its diabolically crap weather, to the point where when I do the tour at the end, it's beautifully sunny. I just use one of those one of those fireworks, and then it proceeded to rain midway through the tour, which I believe is about a minute. But fuck my life, it's alright, it's all good. So yeah, the whole premise of this idea, the whole idea with this, was that it was going to be a wall that you could kind of build and then just rug glitch into place. And you don't necessarily have to decorate it if you don't want to. I'm going to be finishing the wall fully in another video. I might not even make it in an actual video, to be honest, and you might just see the tour. Just the reason being is you'll see when I do the decoration, I'm basically just using the pillar glitch to add details to the side of the wall, and it would just be massive amounts of repetition. As you can see here, it's quite a modular design. That's why I kind of call it a prefab wall in a lot of ways, because that's kind of what it is-ish, kind of. Also, because we're getting mods soon, I'm holding off doing any of my decorating on any of my other settlements. So we've still got, for example, Red Rocket in Nuka World, and also, Finch Farm. Because mods are coming, like, in a week or two, maybe a couple of weeks, I'm kind of holding off doing the decorating because, for example, one of the mods unlocks all of the decoration items available in the game. So it'll just give me a lot more options to make things look, you know, fucking awesome, and I won't get as bored decorating because I'll have all this cool shit to play with. So it'll be grand. I'm quite excited for mods. I was gonna do a different video, and I hate saying I was gonna do something and then mentioning what I was gonna do because then people demand that I do it. But I'm gonna try and figure it out. I wanted to do a Skyrim-inspired build, but I think I might need the mods for this, just because there are a few structural elements I need. So I was thinking of your Vaska basically, or maybe like a longhouse. Because I was thinking of like a raider-themed longhouse, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, if I was a raider, kind of like... Think about Mad Max with their whole Norse mythology they like to use with... What's his name? Lord Immortus, or whatever his name is. Immortal Joe, that's his name. Immortan Joe, yeah. That's the whole image I had in my head, and it's like kind of Immortan Joe's longhouse. But we'll need mods for that, just because I probably need a lot more items to kind of make it look unique. So that may be a build coming later, but that's what I was trying to do. I swear this is up late. As you can see right here, it's really modular. You just make sure you do need to put the platforms on the top first, because it's easier to snap things to the platforms than it is to snap to the side, just as a wee FYI there. But it's quite... I was quite surprised, actually. I remember finishing the actual, because basically we go all the way over to that building right at the back. I don't actually connect it to, yeah, again, a lot of the details in this, I decided to just miss out, just because it would just be so, like, boring. I'm just like rug glitching a wall in to just kind of black up a hole, that kind of bullshit. That's why I focus on the front. But I end up being able to almost literally pillar glitch the entire thing into place, and it's quite cool being able to do that. This is a nice little wall. I think I wouldn't recommend doing it over a huge area, just because, like, this is quite a large area we're doing over the settlement, and you can already see that it's one of those things, it gets noticeable that it's so prefab styled. But as you can see by the, like, see, I can just literally pillar glitch the entire thing. It's absolutely awesome. And you see I'm lining it up here, actually pretty much works quite well. But yeah, I think it would suit, like, I'm thinking personally of doing a wall like this. Look at that perfect that is. Grand. A wall like this for somewhere small, like say maybe Red Rocket, it would work like the original Red Rocket, not Nuka World Red Rocket, so that was massive. But for maybe bigger ones, it might look a little bit weird. See, I don't actually end up connecting in this video at all the wall to where the end piece is, just because it's just going to be a piece of wall that I glitched in. I just wanted to demonstrate just how prefab was, but we do decorate the front, so that's grand. I just didn't want to have a 2 hours worth of footage, which is how long it's going to take, I imagine, or at least an hour. This is my life now. This is what I do. I make walls, and then I think they'll take not very long, because I do these parts really quick, and I'm like, cool, now add the details so they don't look crap. I'm like, oh, right, yeah. But I'm surprised. I don't think this would have worked, like, because I was expecting, those of you remember my wall I did in Sanctuary, I ended up having to kind of do, like, angled bits. So the bits where, we have to kind of, like, do a straight piece of wall, and then have a bit which kind of, like, it connects in a weird way. Whereas this one, actually, I don't have any, like, the whole wall, you can walk across it without any issues with, me having to awkwardly glitch floors and that kind of thing. And it doesn't look half bad. Even like this, it doesn't look half bad. However, I personally think it does look better once you've glitched a few just pieces of walls and just add a little bit of texture. So, like, we'll get to it in a bit, but basically, I use reverse junk fences on the inside to kind of make it look like it's got supports. And on the outside, I just glitch in a couple of walls to just kind of mix up the texture a little bit. But we only do the gatehouse because it would take a fucking house. But already, look at this, yeah. Like, and it suits it, doesn't it? I think maybe the greyness of this settlement helps a little bit as well. It's so crap. But it looks pretty grand. Already, you've got those gaps there that are kind of a bit of a nightmare to clear up. But it's all gravy, and there's cricket wandering around. But you can see it just kind of, it just works. It just works. I have to lower it down a little bit, because there are a few gaps. Getting the floor, the doorway as low as possible, so there are any gaps, but there we go, we're gonna ladder in now. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. I was surprised. Another reason why, and you'll see in a minute, I think it's here, or is it further on? You'll see a dead Deathclaw, because this place gets attacked. There it is. I've got a glowing Deathclaw, and there was a mythic one. Normally this place gets high-level, really high-level gunners, or really high-level super mutants. So it's one of those places that you kind of need to, yeah. The fortunate thing is, where I've positioned the wall, it should cut the enemies in half, because where they spawn, mostly, is where, I've deleted them now, but where the cars would have been. So like just to my right, where I'm standing right now, they still spawn there and on the outside near the river, but then they also spawn a little bit further down. So I think one of the Deathclaws spawned in. I don't know, I didn't notice him until he screamed at me, but one of them definitely spawned outside. But it's all grand. This turned out, it happens a lot with my bloody builds, but I'm like, that turns out much better than I was expecting. Stop expecting it to turn out shit then, Davey. And maybe it'll turn out even better than it actually turns out. But anyway, so you can see, this is why I didn't want to show like me just doing the whole thing, because it was literally me just doing this now. It's really, it's just me just, you've seen me do this a million times already. I'm pretty sure I've used these exact pieces before. I'm quite excited for using mods, actually, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not really, like, most people, as I mentioned this before, like, I don't give a shit about things like Place Anywhere or all those other mods. I literally just want more tools to use. I just want more items to place. That's it. That's all I want. For those of you that haven't checked, I checked the mods just before I started recording this, and I think they were just shy of 100 PS4. So I'd hazard a guess 150, 200 mods when they come to when it goes live on PS4. That would be my guess. The reason why there are less for Skyrim, I think, is just because there were so many pre-existing mods for Skyrim already over the years that, quite simply, people didn't have to think of them, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm just grasping, sure, maybe it's just harder, I don't know. But there seem to be less mods, and it was only a few days ago, to be fair. Anyway, basically, it's been a couple of days since the ability to upload mods has gone live, and they're about 100, or just shy of 100, so not bad. But as I said, I just want more items to place. That's literally it. So I'm kind of holding off. This always happens. I'm getting the same feeling now as when, just prior to a DLC launch, where I'm like, I don't really want to fully 100% commit to anything right now, because I know I'll want to change it when I get more options. So, yeah. But it's fine, because I can do shit like this. And I can do more discursive videos. I'm going to do another of those tomorrow. I've got a couple of ideas. I like those. By the way, I'm going to be doing a lot more of those kind of more talking about a theme videos. Because they're fun to do, they're fun to write, and it's nice to kind of wax lyrical with you guys. As you can see, same old with my reverse junk fences, just to add a bit more. But it just makes it look like they're, you know, supported. The good thing is, with this, is because I'm kind of, like, spreading them out, you only need, like, 1 or 2, really, per wall section, just so it looks like they're supported, but you don't have to. And I actually wouldn't recommend, in fact, having it so there are loads of these close together, because it will look a bit much, whereas they look quite nice like that. It's like, yeah, that works, it's grand. Did have a little bit of trouble with the railings. I might, because I end up having to actually, like, half the railings don't snap on. So I might recommend, if you're going to reproduce this, make sure that you, when you're doing wherever you want railings, maybe take the walls off first and put the railings on, then snap the walls on, rather than doing what I do with this one. And, yeah, be a bit of a twat. Also, sorry for the loud noise that you probably heard. I just flicked my pop filter when I was gesturing. Doing my full Tony Blair thing right there and just gesturing wildly with my hands, because that's what I do when I talk to myself before I record a video. Going a little mad. Oh, I'm also... Oh, well, I'm just trying to distract you from the fact that I'm basically just doing the same shit over and over again right now, and all the interesting parts are over until the tour in a couple of minutes. I am going to be getting Dishonored, but I'm getting a little bit later than ever. I haven't got it yet, for example. I'll be getting in a couple of days, just because it just happens to be when I get my pay in. Is like, it should clear about Sunday, so bit skint. May have overspent a little bit this week. It's alright. I've got no money, I just don't really want to spend 50 quid on a game. Anywho, and I'm too lazy, stroke not cool enough to get a review copy. I do actually get review copies for games, I point out. I got one for the games I stream often. However, I never actually bother emailing anyone for them. I really should. I'm going to start... Make sure Davey does that. If you see a Bethesda game especially come out, go, Davey, email them. Email their PR team, David. I'm like, alright, I'll do that. He's working marketing, David, for fuck's sake. You know how to do this shit. You know how they think. You know when to email them as well. When they're avoiding doing work in the morning and they're all looking at their emails. Fuck's sake. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling now. Yes, all looks cool. I actually quite like this. I'm also thinking, there are a couple of like build ideas, and this is why I really want, I'm kind of holding off with the mods up, because I think I've already seen things I can use. For example, I've still never made a factory. I never once used the factory pieces from contraptions. Never once used them. I don't think, anyway. Did I? I might have kind of like just slapped them down as a kind of demonstration, but never actually built a contraption. Never really used the ball tracks, other than that one giant contraption bullshit I made. I've got to up my game a little bit. To be honest, there are so many things that I just don't use, because I'm like, well, it's kind of more of a gimmick, innit? But I should use a factory, because that would be fun. So you can see here, it's starting to add the detail in. But this is the part that took the long time. I said, like, the actual wall, getting the prefab section of the wall into place was actually only 13 minutes. I looked at the recording, I was really shocked. Whereas then this part is the part that's fiddly and takes ages. But to be honest, you can do as much and as little as this part as you want. Like, you don't have to do what I'm doing now. This is just me being way too obsessive about adding as much kind of breaking up the monotony of the walls a little bit. But you don't have to do this. For example, I could have just put signs on the front of the wall, you know? I didn't need to do what I'm doing now. But, you know, I'm me, so I have to. So, there we go. So I'm making the stairs up now. This is the kind of stuff that I really should have done first, to be honest. So, pro tip, railings and this shit first. I mean, this fits in quite well, actually. So maybe you don't have to do this part first, because it might make it harder to put walls on. But it is possibly recommended to at least attempt to get this on first. And again, as you saw when I was snapping the wall pieces on, had I just taken that wall off and then snapped this board floor piece on, it would have been completely fine. As opposed to how I've done it now. I mean, it still works, but it doesn't work as well. And you can see there, where just the railings are a bit of a pain. There's some of them snap on, some of them don't. So recommending railings, put them on before. I think I had this exact same discovery when I was doing the giant wall as well, but I just completely forgot. But this is all a learning experience, so it's fine. Plus, I can very easily just, take them off and do it, but I'd already committed right now. But I'm already in, Anyway, here is the tour. Here is what I've done, basically. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It looks nice, though. Yeah, it looks really cool. Recommending doing the railing first and also the stairs first. But yes, anyway, I'll have another video up tomorrow. As you can see right here, we're just going to go around, compare and contrast the decorated parts with the, so we say, blanker prefab parts. Also, the weather changes really drastically, really fast. Anyway, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I'll have another video up tomorrow. I've got a nice discursive video planned, as said. I'm going to be streaming again soon. Just been quite busy recently. Bit of Don't Starve, it'll be fun. But also, I'm going to be doing that Beholder game as well, because they just released that yesterday. And I'm quite well on the 9th, so I'm quite excited about that game. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll talk to you lovely people soon. You take care.